Dixon. I am a women's studies major doing an honors at Concordia and an art history minor. I'm the co-founder of the Indigenous Women and Two-Spirit Harm Reduction Coalition. Yeah, that's me. I am fat, and that's how I describe the experience of having fat embodiments and living in a thin normative society. Reclaiming the term fat for fat folks, I think, is a really political act because there's this idea that we have like deviant bodies or that we're refusing to fit into societal norms of thinness because we're lazy or we don't like want to. Re-accepting the term fat is like a powerful thing and as like meaning of like this is just the way my body is. I think that stigma affects body diversity on so many different levels. You internalize these stereotypes that you're lazy or that you are gluttonous or that you like don't care about your health. Before I did all this learning to like really destigmatize fatness in like my own life, it really did super affect my mental health and the way that I viewed my own body. For a couple years I had a very extreme like regimented diet that was like super vegan and like I lost a lot of weight, and also around the same time I went through like a really intense breakup, so I was like pretty emotionally like distraught, so that probably affected the amount of weight that I lost. But I was still hearing narratives of the fact that like I looked so great, like what was I doing, I must be so healthy, but in fact that was like one of the most unhealthy points of my life. I think that people have so internalized these like myths and these like norms about what bodies are the right kind of bodies and fatness and health and like what healthy eating looks like, even though there's a huge diversity of like, you know, socioeconomic backgrounds which affect the way that people eat, and all these things are put within this like binary that's very like white, like privileged, like people who can like afford to eat the right way, they can like achieve this like unattainable figure or like this body that's like ideal. And I think that they often through health narratives will perpetuate fat stigma all the time, and it's all around us. I think that being fat affects my university experience in a very like academic way. So often when you're taking classes that are like in the social sciences or even within the scientific field, there's this like medicalized agenda that obesity is an epidemic, that like obesity is like killing you, it's like bad for your health, like all these sort of like narratives that are like very internalized within society. To hear that from like your peers or even from like teachers, like that can really mess with your experience of academia for sure. Like if you had like a wider shaped body than me, like potentially you can even go to like some of your classes or feel comfortable in that class because the desks wouldn't fit your body size. It's like sort of like the social construction of like disability, how societies are like constructed a certain way to be like alienating certain folks because we've decided that that's okay, that certain people aren't deemed as being able to fit within these parameters that we think are like normative. So I think there are physical barriers to being fat within academia that people don't ever address. It's okay to be fat. It's okay. I think that fat bodies are beautiful, and I think that that's a journey everyone needs to take for their own self if they have a fat embodiment. But the first step is realizing that fat isn't like a feeling, it's about your physical body. It has nothing to do with you as a person, it has nothing to do with your credibility as a person.